What's going on, Matt Curcio? How's it going, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Amidst everything that's going on, we're still hustling here.
Yes, sir. That was the whole point of this, right? It's I know. I'm sure. Talk to me a little bit about some of the things that you had going on that maybe you weren't able to do, like any events or like different things with the community.
Yeah, I mean we're what's it called? I mean, I had plans on people coming out to host a couple more events with Jay
Right.
Kinder, our awards event.
Yep.
You know, just anything local is kind of suspended right now. I'm big in the Little League and baseball, softball. Unfortunately, all of our leagues are suspended until further notice.
Right.
We're looking at May before we can start anything.
Right. No, I think that's one of the that's one of the main reasons that we decided to do this, right? Because we were traveling all over, and that night everything got shut down. We were optimistic. We're like, we're still going to go to New York. We're going to go to Orlando. We're going to go to these different places. That night, every event got shut down. So I crap. Well, we can sit here and sulk, or we can do the next best thing. And quite frankly, I'm more excited for this than going to the other places. Granted, going to New York for the first time would have been fun. But this lineup, so you got a sneak peek at the lineup that we have for this. We haven't revealed everybody yet, but talk to us a little bit about the group that we're bringing together here.
I mean, in my opinion, we have some of the most powerful realtors, team leaders,
Right.
broker owners, you know, that are in the industry, still actively, you know, selling real estate, growing their teams. You know, we're here to answer every question that you guys have, and kind of give you guys some of our secrets, you know, the secret sauce on how we continue to sell.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the crazy things is we're going live. We're going live with this event, right? April 8th, and make sure you could click the link below to get your tickets. But here's the thing: 8 hours worth of free real estate knowledge. You would have to pay thousands of there are courses where you can pay thousands of dollars to get these people's secret sauce, like you were saying.
Yeah,
you're gonna get it absolutely free by clicking the link and signing up.
Yeah, so, there's no way anybody can like get in a room with us and do something. Yeah. You know, we literally have the best realtors across the country that are getting together and here to share, you know, and that's it, man. So we're excited. We're all excited. You know, it's a great call on Sunday afternoon to kind of come up with this and great idea, you know, from you.
Thank you.
And you know, we're excited.
Yeah, and so I think it's going to be interesting too because we're getting different topics from like everybody in the group is going to bring their own topic, right? So we're going to have 16 different speakers again all across the country, and you could tune in from anywhere. You can tune in from your couch, you can tune in from your house. We know it's not the best thing. There's the social distancing, so we're going to bring the speakers to you. There's going to be 16 different speakers, ranging from having a 900 team brokerage, and we won't get into that for that person yet. They haven't announced it yet, but there's so many people that are going to be able to benefit from this because there's going to be different topics covered. It's going to be 8 hours long. Again, you don't have to sit there for the whole 8 hours, but imagine this. Imagine going to a real estate conference, right? You're there the whole day. This is what we want to bring to you so you can sit there and watch it from your living room. And one of the greatest parts about this is sometimes if you're being busy, you're on that transaction treadmill in real estate, you might not think you have the opportunity to go to a conference like this.
Yeah,
we're bringing it to you, right? So, Matt, what kind of closing remarks do you have for people out there?
Well, look, man, I'll tell everybody, you know, at the end of the day, what helped me in my career, I started in 01. By 03, I was one of the top selling agents in my brokerage. And in the area, you know, it was hard for an agent, you know, at that time to sell 40 to 50 homes. And I was doing that in a couple of years. But what was harder for me was finding somebody to learn from. Right. And I was at RE/MAX, and I remember my first trip where I went to the RE/MAX conference, like you said, and you're locked in, you know, you're in I forget back then, it might've been, I think it was either Florida or Vegas. And, you know, you got to get there at 8 a.m. You hear the speakers, you know, and you're going to class after class. And, you know, to be able to do it from your home is just a huge value. And, you know, my specialty would be what I did, you know, where I was an individual and I still actively sell real estate. So, you know, how I can show everybody how to get to 50 to 60 units a year individually. And then how I built my team to go to 100. And my team was always only another couple, 3 or 4 people.
Right.
Actually, the proof is right here behind. So those are all our settlements right now.
Right.
Each one of those is an MLS sheet. So
Nice.
I'm still actively selling and still using a lot of the technologies that you're going to learn about, and I'm going to share exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, and I think I've seen a majority of these the people on the list speak, or I've been in contact with them, been at masterminds with you and a majority of the other speakers on this list. I'll tell you what, every time I come back from one of these, there's so many nuggets that we're able to pull from it. But the biggest thing is for us was taking action on it, right? Like one of the hard, what you see all the times when people go to masterminds, they go to different events, they're all gung ho, rah rah, and by the time they leave the next week or two, they're back to doing the same thing. The great part about this group is that we actually give action steps, right? Like this is what you need to do and this is what you need to follow. Don't go out there and recreate the wheel. Copy, duplicate, and run with it.
Yeah, and that's again, what I'm going to I'll be sharing things that you can implement as soon as you leave.
Right.
I have a local training for the agents that I work with locally and up and down New Jersey. Yeah. And I'll be sharing a lot of the stuff that's in there. And nice. After each event, people come up to me and they're like, wow, that was really helpful. Like I can go home and do this stuff. It's not me selling a product or anything else like you get at traditional seminars.
Right. And by the way, this is absolutely free. April 8th is when the date is. Nobody's pitching anything. None of our speakers are going to be pitching. All we're going to do is lead with value. And like you said, sometimes when you go to these seminars or these different places, one of the toughest things is giving agents something they can implement. Because as we know, they're already doing so many different things. All of a sudden, they need a marketing degree just to implement what you're teaching them. It's just not going to happen. So the fact that you're able to give them tools to make their lives easier and implement some of those things, it's just amazing.
Yeah. I mean, look, I tell everybody, in order to grow, you have to systemize your business. And, one thing that everybody that's speaking at this, at this event, they're all doing, at least 100 units. So, get there
at least,
and then to go to 200 and 500, you're going to need to do the things that we're going to show you that we did to get to those units, because you have to create that structure and routine and, build what we call pillars of your business. You could be great at one thing for sale by owners or expireds or your sphere, but one day that'll dry up. I recently hired an agent who was one of the local Keller Williams #1 agents.
Right.
And she came in and she closed her 2 relatives. And she said, Matt, you were right. Because we had a conversation, 6 months ago. And she said, you're right. Like I'm out of family and friends to work with.
Right.
And, what do I do now? And we're helping her, showing her how leads work and the different leads and types of leads and the systems behind each lead. Because you can't just turn on you can't go buy a list of for sale by owners and expireds.
Right.
You don't know how to talk to them.
Right.
Or don't have a system for follow-up, mail and all that other stuff. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna open the playbook for everybody.
And I think that's a good point. And this is something that one of the speakers on here, and again, we haven't unveiled all of them yet. One of the speakers on here always says, if you don't know where your next business is coming from, you don't really have a business. It's more of a hobby, right? If all of your business is from referrals, which is great, I'm not knocking it, or just from your, like you said, immediate family, is going to dry up eventually. Running a business is systems and processes, so you can basically say, where's my next business coming from, and you can duplicate it. So I think that's one of the biggest things that, again, I was able to learn from this group was creating duplicatable systems that we could plug people into, so you can do what's highest and best use of your time.
Absolutely, and finding in this business what your specialty will be. There are people that work with their sphere better than they work with, a for sale by owner or an expired, or mailing and walking a neighborhood. But there's those people that would rather walk a neighborhood. Yeah. Meet the entire neighborhood, and then they take over the community. So you'll find what you're good at, whether it's belly to belly, in person, or, all the other stuff, the tech stuff that we can teach you, building funnels, attracting people into your website and following up with them and things like that.
And that's what's great about having 16 speakers is we're going to cover everything from A to Z. You want to learn how to build a team, you got to show up. You want to learn how to crush social media, you want to show up. If you want to learn the easy tools you need to implement to duplicate your business, you want to show up. We're going to be covering everything during this time. It's 8 hours filled with real estate knowledge, and it's absolutely free. There's really no reason you shouldn't be at this.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I go back to, I personally had to fly to Vegas, to Florida, to
right.
Dallas. Every year I was in 1 or 2 conferences going and finding people like the 16 people that we have joining us here, and just asking them questions, just sit back and ask them, hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? And luckily it's going to be an awesome series that we're putting together. And again, all free, no cost to you, follow us. We do a lot of trainings at our current companies and, learn more about us and how we're still selling real estate and how we're doing it so well.
Beautiful. Matt, I so appreciate you hopping on. Right when I reached out, it didn't really take much. I just told you what we were doing. You're like, yep, I'm in. Let's add some value. Because at the end of the day, that's why we do these events. It's to add value to real estate agents. And this gives us the platform to not only add value to everyone across the country, but also in this specific time, we want to make sure that everyone is still learning, still moving forward. Because what's happening right now is not going to last forever, right? So what we need to focus on is how are you going to come out? Are you going to come out worse in your business or better? You're never going to be the exact same. So which are you going to choose to do? We're going to give you the exact platform to learn, implement some things during this time, and really just start crushing your business.
Absolutely. And again, have your notepads ready because you are learning from people who, right now, whatever that is, 15 and a few more over there, 20 sales right now pending in this,
whatever you want to call it,
market, right? Yeah. We're unsure of what's going to happen. And you probably want to know, how, what we did and how we got through it. And, there's teams that are going to be on here that probably have 50 units pending and, 10 agents on their teams. And, how did they navigate working from home and all that stuff? And, what did they change because the market shifted? And this whole thing is going to shift our way of work in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because this virus thing is it's
real.
It can happen again, right? But now we're going to be more prepared.
Yeah.
Because the way everybody's, at home working and all that stuff. And we're open books to kind of share everything that we've done.
And I think a true testament is every speaker that I've been speaking with on the back end, on the phone, they're bringing their notebooks, right? Like all the speakers are eager to learn from each other. And that's if you guys notice something, a lot of the speakers, a lot of people out there crushing their business, they're the ones that go to events, that stay learning, that are taking notes and implement. That's really what differentiates us. It's not the fact that everyone's out there recreating the wheel, trying to do new things. No, we're just learning from other people who've already succeeded and just implementing it.
Yep. Pick the things that you like that match your style of sales, implement them. The business itself, pick what you like. Some people are going to do different things with their teams, with their communities. Right. Take 1 or 2 good things from each that really appeal to you and implement it. And if it works, if it's working for someone, it'll work if you do it right.
Yeah.
And, that's where nothing but growth can come out of going and learning.
Yep. And like we said, we're bringing it to you. So guys, go below, secure your seat. It's absolutely free. April 8th is when we're doing it. Matt, thanks so much for hopping on.
Anytime, man. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you soon.